Hello everyone, and happy Sunday to you, and happy May. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Talisha, and I also go by CreativiTeeByT, and if you are new to watching the channel, I welcome you and I hope you consider subscribing, and thank you to all of my returning subscribers for coming back and for your support. So today starts the month of May, and we are almost halfway through 2022, and not to complain, but it's still so super cold outside here where I live. Like, it is cold weather, and I really want to focus on making more late spring, early summer type of clothes, but I like to wear my clothes that I make immediately. So that is just something that I'm not going to be able to do if I want to wear them immediately. So I would just continue to focus on garments that can be worn year round. So I will share with you what those plans are for the month of May, and I will also share my plans for May. So if you are interested in what those plans are, please continue to watch. So for the first plan that I would like to share, I will be attending a commencement ceremony for my job, and one of the school colors happens to be one of my favorite colors, which is green. And I want to make something green. I want to make a special something in green for the ceremony, and I want to make a dress. I want to make a fit and flare type of dress, but I also want like buttons and a collar, and the first type of dress that came to my mind for that style is a shirt dress. I went through all of my patterns, and the only shirt dress that I feel that meets the requirement is Butterick 6702 View A. I picked this pattern up 2 or 3 months ago because I want to make a series of shirt dresses, and I purchased like every shirt dress pattern that I could see myself wearing, which was a lot, but I want options when I do plan to make the different dresses. Anyway, I decided to pick this pattern because it has like the fit and flare style that I prefer, and it has a collar, and it also requires buttons. But the kicker for my decision, on top of all of the other desires, is that the bodice has A, B, C, D cup options. I love cup options because my fit is always better when I'm able to use like a D or double D cup bodice, because it eliminates like fit issues that would require like a full bust adjustment that I don't really know how to do that great yet. And whenever I choose a pattern, I go ahead to Instagram and YouTube and I look it up to see if anyone has ever made it. But I did remember that my friend Rochelle of Rochelle.handmade.designs made it, and the dress is super gorgeous, and it looks extremely flattering on her, and I hope I have the same results. Because of the cup options, this pattern is definitely a great option for busty women like me, and since I know that I'm going to cut into it, I think I'm going to go ahead and go to Joann's and pick up another pattern so that I don't have to trace this one, because they are on sale right now for $1.99. So yeah, that is my plan for the commencement dress. So for the fabric that I will be using to make this dress, I have this beautiful green Ankara fabric that I want to use to make this dress, and I actually purchased this fabric last year to make something for commencement, but I didn't get around to doing it, and I didn't make other plans for it after that. So, you know, I'm back full circle trying to make it happen again. So let me go ahead and show you that fabric. So this is the fabric right here. It has like these big star type flowers, and then it has like paisley designs. And if I put it up against my hand, this is how large the print is. So I feel like that pattern will utilize a lot of this fabric. I have 6 yards of it here, and it's 45-inch fabric, so I'm hoping that it sucks up a lot of that. So for my next plan, I want to make the high-waisted trousers. If you have watched my previous video, you would have heard me talk about how my friend Joey of Sew Joy sent me the high-waisted trousers pattern from London. I absolutely love it, love it, love it. So I am going to trace out all sizes that it is included within the pattern so that I can have them again if I gain or lose weight. And then I'm going to cut my fabric out. I have found it very difficult to find pants that feel right and look right on me these days, but I do feel that my high-waisted pants that I currently have make me feel more comfortable than others. So I'm super excited to be able to make these because these are more professional and dressy and work ready. So I'm like I said, I'm super excited to make that. So for the fabric, I am going to use a black cotton twill to make this. I picked this fabric up in February to make a different pant pattern, but my measurements are outside of that pattern, so I wasn't able to make it. So yes, this is a priority and I will be making them this month. The next plan I have is for another wedding. My youngest sister is getting married in June and she wants me and my oldest sister to wear gold. We do have a role in the wedding, so our dresses need to either be the same or the same shade of gold because we're supposed to wear gold, and we have not had any luck with finding something ready to wear. So it looks like I'll be making me and my older sister's dresses. As you all know, my mother sews and has been since before I was even born, and I would normally have her make one dress and I make the other, but she is making my sister's wedding dress from top to bottom, so she is going to be busy with that. So that's why I'm going to be making both, but I'm excited to make the dress for my older sister because she and I have a really good relationship, and you know, that's something that we'll remember and can twin and you know, all that good stuff. So it's all good. I am still sourcing fabric, but I will show you which dress I will be making, and I'm going to use McCall's 7405, and I will use either view C or D to make the dresses. I made McCall's 7943 for my sister-in-law's wedding, which is a very similar dress to this pattern, and I thought it was very fitting for the occasion, so I decided to go with this pattern based off of that experience. And I will make one dress this month and the other dress early next month, but I wanted to share because I will be starting the work in the month of May. My next plan is something that's a little different for me. When the pandemic came to us, I worked virtually, and when we had the option to go back to the office full-time, I didn't want to. When we were mandated back, of course I went, but I had to move into a different office space. I moved into the new smaller space with no window, but that's all I did. I just took my computer and my files and moved. There is no life at all in my office, and it certainly doesn't reflect my personality because there's like no decors, no photos or anything like that. So I want to spice up my workspace by making usable decor. So to do that, I want to make like some fabric baskets and bins to hold my office supplies, and you know, just to kind of spice up the place. And I also plan to make other decor to go along with it, like a pushpin board and such, you know, and things like that. But I will have a full video on that when I start the process that, you know, I would just share all of my details on. So for now, I would just show you the plan for the fabric basket bins. So for the baskets, I'm going to make a set of square baskets and a set of round baskets made with fabric. I found a tutorial on YouTube to get like measurements for the square baskets, and I will show you what those will look like. So I have drafted those pieces as patterns by using cardboard, and I also found a tutorial on YouTube for the round fabric baskets. But I recently, I think maybe last week or so, was watching Natita's channel of So Natural Dane, and she showed a round basket that she made by using a Rebecca Page pattern, which I thought was a coincidence that I was thinking about that, and she normally doesn't sew stuff like that. So I was like, well, you know what, I'm going to take that as a sign to check it out. So I went to the Rebecca Page website to look at the baskets, and I liked them a lot. So I went ahead and purchased the pattern. They were on sale for like, it was on sale for like $6. And so like I said, I purchased the round one so that I didn't have to draft for the round. The round, you know, is not as straightforward as a square, so I was very willing to pay that. So those are the two patterns that I'm going to use to make the baskets, and the theme that I'm going with is like a butterfly bumblebee theme with a contrast of polka dots, and the colors are like green and yellow and browns. So I will show you what the fabric looks like so that you can kind of get an idea of my theme. And like I said, when I come around to doing that, I'm just gonna film the whole thing and you can watch that. So for this next plan, I need to finish my top that I will be making for the Sew Maxi for Mother's Day challenge. I will be making Vogue 1701, and I did decide to make View A. As of right now, I have only cut out the pattern because I was working on a project that had to be completed by a certain date, so I couldn't get to this, but I will have this finished very soon. I didn't cut the fabric out yet because I do have enough fabric to extend Views A top into a dress, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that, and because I'm not sure, I didn't want to cut. But you can let me know what you think about the idea in the comments below, and I, you know, will definitely take that into consideration, and I will show you the fabric that I am going to be using, and I will be cutting this out within the next 2 days because, yeah, traveling. So this next plan is another continuation. I cut my son's new pattern size out for his birthday shirts that I will be using Simplicity 9056 to make, but I need to cut out the fabric and actually sew them up for his photo shoot this month. But these are the fabrics that I will be using to make his button-down shirts. One is an Ankara and the other is a Black Panther fabric that was gifted to me by Stitch Treasures. That is all for the actual sewing plans. So now I will go ahead and talk about the Me Made challenge for this year. Since I have started sewing in 2017, I have not participated in Me Made or Me Made. That's a tongue twister. Anyway, primarily because I never had enough Me-Mades to participate for the whole month. I started sewing in 2017 and got pregnant shortly after, and I was too tired to sew. Then I had the baby and got pregnant again, so I have never really had the time to make a whole lot of garments since I started sewing. And then when I did, I sewed for like occasions only and not for like everyday wear. So now that the boys are a little older, I have had some time to sew for myself, and I think I am at a point where I can participate. So I will be participating in Me Made this year, and it will allow me to go ahead and take another inventory for my everyday wear so that I can identify what I still need in my wardrobe. So that's gonna be nice. I am not sure how I will post on Instagram. I don't know if I'm gonna do it every week or if I'll do a weekly collage or anything like that, but I will post a video each week on YouTube showing everything I wore and how I styled it. I know some people say that they have a hard time keeping up, so I'm just going to make sure I pay great attention to that so that I can see myself through the challenge. And I think the best way is just by doing a weekly video. Yeah, so that is it for my May plans. I hope you liked this video and my plans for May. If you did, please take a pause for the cause and click the like button and click the subscribe button and the great notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos. And let me know what you think about my plans in the comments below. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.